Okay, hey, week 4 is here. The Vikings are in London uh, to play the New Orleans Saints, the dreaded and hated New Orleans Saints, um, at 8:30 in the morning Central Time tomorrow. So that'll be fun. Um, so the big one on this coming in is more on the New Orleans side. Uh, Jameis Winston, he's injured. He is not going to play. It's kind of 50-50 all week, but he's officially out. So Andy Dalton will be starting for the Saints, which has got certain segment of Vikings fans all freaked out because they remember, yes, a couple years ago he came in here, uh, in the pandemic year, and led a touchdown drive right at the end of the game to beat us and for Dallas, and you know, and that sucked, because Kirk let it happen. How dare he just stand on the sidelines while this is happening? And then we do have some history of facing backup quarterbacks and having issues. This is not exclusive to the Vikings. Like, other teams do lose to backup quarterbacks. Cooper Rush has helped Dallas to 2 wins. Other backup quarterbacks have won and will win. That backup quarterbacks have won Super Bowls a couple times. Like, it happens. It's not that exclusive to the Vikings. We've had some high profile ones, um, but I think that's kind of almost like a non-issue. The issue is, uh, if we pressure the quarterback the way we did last week, uh, it no matter who the quarterback is, because they'll have a chance to pick us apart. Um, and so whether that's Andy Dalton or anybody else, uh, that's where we really need to see some improvement this week. We need to get after the quarterback. And Zadarius Smith might not play. He's, I think, officially questionable. I guess he got hurt late in the Detroit game. It's one of those ones where there's some injury that happens late in the game, you don't hear about it, and then the injury report comes out in the middle of the week, and you see a guy on there, and you're like, what the hell happened? I guess that's what happened. Is he got hurt kind of late in that game. He didn't come out of the game though, so that's encouraging. But he's had injury stuff in years past, um, and that was certainly a concern. To have that already popping up here after 3 games, that's a little worrying. I guess Wanham will start in his spot if he can't go, but hopefully he can go, because we need, like, this defense has not performed well. I mean, there's no other way around it. Now, yes, there's something to the fact that you know in the last couple games, for whatever reason, we didn't give up points. Uh, you know, as much in the second half. I think I saw that we're the only team in the NFL that hasn't given up a point in the fourth quarter or a touchdown in the fourth quarter or something. Now, some of that's just coincidence. Like, I think when the Lions got their last one last week, it was with like a minute or two left in the third. So it's coincidental basically. But it's like you still have the whole rest of the quarter, and we did get a couple of stops. Like, as bad as the defense was a lot last week, they did make a couple stops that if they don't make them, we don't get that win. Um, but we definitely need. I'm never going to expect 7 points against Green Bay. That type of performance I don't expect to see again this year. But I'm hoping we can get some sort of middle ground between that and most of the Philly game and most of the Detroit game, where we're not just getting run over or thrown over. Um, and maybe we can get a turnover. We've gotten a couple turnovers, but they haven't been the momentum swinging type of turnovers. If Winston was going to play, we probably would get some, but part of that is you got to pressure the quarterback, fluster them, make them make mistakes. We haven't been able to do that. Certainly not on any consistent basis. They don't have Michael Thomas, but they've got some other weapons, and like this is no given game by any means. I don't care who the quarterback is. This is not a given game. We got to go and really play well. It's technically a Saints home game, but obviously it's a neutral site. in reality. But and there'll probably be a lot of Vikings fans there. We've never lost in London. We're 2-0. We want to keep that going. I guess Kirk has played there once before. I saw, and he had a huge game, but they tied. I don't remember when that was, but um, like and the offense, of course, they need to play better too. And like the comeback last week was great, but they have played very inconsistently for the last couple games. Really since the first half of Green Bay, they've been pretty inconsistent, and some of that's going to be, we got to get JJ back in it. He had the worst game of his career statistically last week, and didn't do much the week before. I mean, it seems unthinkable that he would have 3 straight like non-factor games. So I would hope that they get him going a little bit. You get him going, you open it up for other guys, and vice versa. But I've been puzzled by the kind of inconsistencies there, because we're getting pretty good pass protection, which is kind of what we've wanted for years. Like protect the quarterback, and they're doing it pretty well. You've only given, I don't know how many sacks they've given up total, but it's a pretty small number. And tackles especially are grading out very well. So we're getting pass protection, but we're just not. I don't know what it is. Like if it's just a thing where it is a new system, and it's maybe just taking a little longer than we wanted. Maybe some of us were naive to think it was going to just be flip a switch and one training camp and however many practices, and you're good to go, and you're a juggernaut. Maybe that was just naive. And I still think they're going to get to a point where they're one of the better offenses. But you got to do it soon, because your defense isn't good enough to just win games on their own, I don't think. Because even the Green Bay game, they didn't win it on their own. The offense, at least for a half of the game, did their part. But we got to get JJ back in it. Hopefully we get the running game going. Cook's going to play. He separated his shoulder. I guess he's going to play with a harness. I can't imagine he's going to get like a normal workload. So we're probably going to see some Madison. Maybe we'll see Wongwu. Maybe even CJ Ham actually in the run game. But the big thing is just we need the consistency. We can't have these, because we've had spurts in these games where we look like incredible. First half against Green Bay, this offense looks amazing. Periods last week, they look amazing. And then they just kind of go into a funk or something for a while. Obviously, it was driving me nuts last week because they were gouging them on the ground, and then they just would stop. So if that's going well this week, you keep running, keep doing what's working. Hopefully we don't get any drops. I mean, we've had drop passes as a bit of an issue. But I think we will win. I think this is a win. I don't think this is an easy win. I don't think the Saints are very good, but frankly, we aren't that good either. Not yet. We're okay. we could be very good. I still think we can be very good. But you're going to have to win some of these games against the teams that are, either at your level or below. Because, just this week alone, we got Green Bay hosting the Patriots. Patriots are going to be throwing a backup quarterback out there too. Detroit's hosting Seattle. That's probably a win. Bears are playing the Giants. Giants aren't that good. I don't think so. I mean, it's possible all 3 other teams in the division are going to win this week. So, and you've got a game that you should win. I know they are favored, even though it's technically a Saints home game. But what I'm just hoping for is a little more consistency. I don't think they need to be like vastly better on either side of the ball to win this game, but That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping the offense is a little more consistent, controls the game a little more, helps the defense out a little bit. Um, you know, don't get sacked, don't turn the ball over. Maybe get a turnover or two ourselves. Pressure Dalton. He's a capable quarterback. He still can be dangerous. He can still beat you. But get after him and get him on the ground. Maybe make him make some mistakes. Get a strip sack, something like that. Play good special teams. Don't botch kicks and stuff. Like it's all the same. It's all the same things that win or lose games. But I think you know, and even they said stuff after the game last week, like we got a lot to work on, but it's better to win games and still have stuff to work on. I'm hoping that it's something along those lines. We're not going to blow them out, but we should win. This has to be a win. I mean, come on. we got to win this game. This is just, it's right there for the taking. This one, you can't be looking ahead like that. I can look ahead because I'm not playing and I'm not coaching. But I mean, you got a neutral site game against a pretty mediocre Saints team with a backup quarterback. Then you're hosting the Bears next week, and then you're at Miami, and root for this to happen. But events of recent days make that game look like it could be a little more manageable. If we're not facing their starting quarterback. But you got to win the games. And at times last week they played so poorly that you can't beat anybody in any place playing like that. They did enough on both sides to get the win that they needed, but they need to play better. I think they know they need to play better. I think they will play better. But I don't expect a blowout. I'm thinking like something in the neighborhood of like 28-23, maybe something like that. Just something where you get the win, but you feel a little better about it. Not that I didn't feel great about the win last week, the way it happened, but that would have been a really bad loss if it had kept going that way. So hopefully we get this win, and we get to celebrate all day because it'll be over by noon. So we'll get to celebrate a win, hopefully, and then maybe if we luck out, get some losses in the division, help us out. But we would stay in first place if we won. If we just keep winning, we're going to stay in first place.